when you guys were writing down the goal, right? Harry was like, Mr. Rago, I can't see. So in that situation, what you can say to somebody is, you'd make a better door than a window. Right? Because if I were a window, right, stand here in front of you, Harry would be able to see the goal. Right? You don't get it?
But I think that's a weak
No, I mean, why would it be rude? You're calling somebody a door? No, you're not really calling them a door, you're calling them, you're telling them they're not transparent like a window.
But then when you say to an adult,
Yeah, maybe. But you can say it to me, because it's just an expression. Yeah. You'd make it better door than a window. Is there anything like that that you can say in Korean? No? Is that? All right, good. So, I left my, I printed out my lesson plan and I left it on my desk, so I can look at my computer. So today, you got a lot to do today. You got a lot of writing to do. But I want you to think. When we talk about people, right, and I see this all the time. I hear it all the time. Sometimes I'm in the teacher's room making copies and you guys all bring your stuff and you talk and talk and talk and you speak Korean. You think that you don't know I'm there, or you might think that I don't understand. Or when you guys write notes to each other, or other students write notes to each other and they leave them in the class and I pick them up and I read them, I know for a fact that you guys think deeply about how each other feels. Yes. And you don't think only on the surface. You don't just say, this person did this. You go much deeper. You say, they did this. I think they did this because they really want this. Or they did this and this person did this, and it means that this person feels this way because this person... You see how that works? Right? So the way you analyze each other and your relationships is real deep. Right? Like ocean deep. Yeah, so the cool thing is that special ability you have as a middle school student has prepared you to be excellent literary essayists. 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 Because our goal today is to think about our characters and to look under the surface and ask, what does that character really want? Know what I mean? I think you're going to do great with today's lesson and practicing today's skill, strategy, later when you're writing. Okay, so essayists make their ideas more powerful by looking beyond the obvious details. Okay, beyond the obvious details about their characters. So let's think about what's really happening on the inside. Let me give you an example. My dad always wanted, Eric, what's going on over there? I need you to focus up here. Right? So let's say, for example, my dad always wanted a British sports car. A British sports car, like an MG or a Triumph, like one of these antique. Yeah, like a classic car. Right? Car. So we could think, that's what my dad wants, right? But it could be that what he really wants is to feel successful. Right? So that car on the surface is just a symbol of success. Right? So that's an example of how we think deeper than, oh, he wants a car. Well, yeah, he wants a car, but what he really wants is to feel like he's successful. Because if he can buy that car, then he has been successful. Right? So that's just going down one level. Right? Not to the bottom of the ocean. Just going a bit under the surface, right? That's what we're going to try to do. So let's think about squeaky. All right? Can you guys take out your mentor text? So here we go. I got a feeling you guys are really good at this. So we're gonna start with a think, pair, share. This means you're gonna think alone. It'll be silent in the room for 20 seconds. Then you're gonna turn and talk with the person next to you for 30. And then we'll come back together as a class. Getting to know still who's hidden my. Eric, can you toss me my timer there? You. So we're going to start with 20. Okay, I want you to think to yourself. The question is, what does Squeaky really want from other people, from life? What's Squeaky really want? 20 seconds to think alone. Should be silent. Eric, getting a no. Silence. All right, 30 seconds. You are going to turn and talk to the person next to you. Tell them what you were thinking.
Sister really likes fish.
Show the others that her brother is disabled.
Okay. Got together. Nice job. I heard a lot of good things from you guys. Can someone share? Let's have somebody. Let's have the person who. Who's the tallest in the class?
Lucy, it's our 아니야, 너 루시 씨처럼.
Lucy. What was your partner saying?
Even though her brother is disabled, we want to show that he can do it.
Okay. So her idea is that one of Squeaky's desires, one of the things that she wants out of life is for people to see her brother for more than a special needs child. Right? Do you guys agree? Okay, I think that's a very good interpretation or idea about Squeaky. Now I'm going to ask you, Xian, what is it? How do you know that?
Because she just first she wants to prove that she can do it, and after that she has a disabled brother, so she wants to show that he can too.
trying to get at is what is it that we see on the surface that makes us think she wants to show the world that her brother can do things? Can we find that in the text?
She says her father is a good runner and she might want to be when she says that she is knows what thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
So she thinks her brother is something very good.
Okay, so at the end of the story, she realizes that her brother's a really good runner, just like her, right? So maybe on the surface, we see her, we could say that she wants to win every race, all the races. She wants first, second, and third place. But maybe, we got maybe, or it could be that she wants to win so much because her brother hasn't won anything yet. Right? So through that, we might say that she wants to show the world that her brother can do something really well. Okay, so we're trying to follow this line of thinking. This is what we see on the outside. This is a desire, a motivation of Squeaky that we see. It's clear right in the book, right in the story. But under the surface, it could mean something different, something deeper. Now, that's really good. Who's got another example? Annika.
And one thing is that she wants to, whether it's because she knows that what she's running about is the only area that she's not teasing about her clothes and her face, and she wants to cover those weaknesses up with her ability to.
Okay. So we could say on the surface, she loves to run. She wants to run all the time. She wants to race. And it could be that, you can finish that sentence for me? It could be that she, what happened, what's under the surface here?
Or it could be that she wants to cover up her weaknesses and her abilities.
Right. So it could be that she wants to cover her flaws. Right. Or we'll put that. So this is the one thing that she can do, right? She's not bigger than anyone else. Doesn't seem like she has many friends. She's always taking care of her brother. She's got a squeaky voice. The one thing she can do is run fast. Okay, so maybe that desire to run is really a desire to be noticed. See how those might be connected? All right, she's the girl who runs. Okay, that's what she wants to be known as. No one will know her for any other reason other than the girl whose brother gets teased for having a giant head. You know what I mean?
And he like really have a big head.
Yeah.
It's like an expression.
Yeah, he has some kind of disability or handicap, so his head is larger than normal. All right.
Literally larger.
Yeah.
How big is it in your house?
Like yours. So, now guys, I want you to try this on your own. Alright? Think about another idea related to Squeaky. Okay? Like, she's real tough, right? Think about her toughness. And in the story, we see that over and over. She's tough. She wants to knock him down. Right? That's the behavior we see on the surface. That's her desire on the surface. Talk about what might be underneath. Okay, I'll give you 1 minute. What's underneath? What might be underneath? What she really want? Okay, go. Turn and talk.
To make Raymond so like easy and showing you rather Raymond is good as
Okay, who can share? Call on someone else. Ask them what they said. Somebody far away. Ben, you, buddy.
Yes.
So what did you guys talk about?
Talk about admiration.
Admiration?
Yes.
Can you say more about that?
She
Need some help? You can ask one of the guys in your group.
not community.
So we talked about how, like, what she really wants to admire from other people, because other people think disabled people are not that good, like they're mentally unhealthy. So like, she really wants admirance and acceptance from the society for her brother, because some people left out the disabled one.
Okay, so you guys told me that she wants to be admired, right? That's what she really wants under the surface. On top, that comes, we see that in her toughness, maybe her desire to win, right? Okay. Now, I want you to imagine that I have my writer's notebook right here, okay, and I'm preparing to write my literary essay about Squeaky. All right? So, this is what I wrote about Squeaky after thinking about what she really wants. All right? So, I'll quickly pass it out. Take one and pass it around. You can put it in your notebook, and then I'll read it to you. Pass it around that way.
I'm really glad that you went to the nurse. Does it feel a little better today? Does it feel worse?
We need more back there.
Well, it's good, right?
We need one. Lucy, pass this to Dan. Okay. So, here's what I wrote in my notebook, right? And today, when you go back to your seats, I'm going to ask you to do this kind of writing at some point in the next 40 minutes. All right? So I'll read it aloud, and as I read, I want you to think about how it connects to the examples we shared so far. Okay, Squeaky seems tough and angry, wanting to knock down people. But even though she seems tough, you guys notice there are little typos, spelling mistakes here. I didn't correct them because it's my notebook. I'm the audience. I'm not going to waste time doing that in my notebook, in my writing notebook, okay? But even though she seems tough, what shines through is how much she loves Raymond. He's disabled in some way. I'm not sure exactly how. And having him tag along could make some people crazy. But she wants to stay near him to look out for him. They go everywhere together. If people tease her brother or treat him badly, Squeaky gets mad. She knows he's different and that he can't protect himself. Okay, and then protect, I wrote here because that stuck out to me as I was thinking through this. After the video lesson, okay? Please listen. That is a good word for what Squeaky does. Squeaky wants to protect the brother from the world. She watches that he walks on the safe side of the sidewalk and knocks anyone down who so much as looks at him. It's like she sees the whole world as enemies to her and Raymond. Maybe she's gotten tough because people have made fun of her and she uses that toughness to protect Raymond. But while she thinks she's just protecting Raymond, she's also pushing people away. And I wonder if she's really lonely deep down. Okay? So for me, as I read this story and as I tried to think deeply about what Squeaky really wants, I wrote this in my notebook, just to keep track of my thoughts. Because this is where my literary essay will begin. And so the pages you're writing on in your writer's notebook now, these ideas, they become your literary essay. All right, so yesterday we learned to think about details. Why is this detail here on this page? Why is it here? The author did it intentionally. Why is it important? Today we're thinking about what the character really wants. Okay, so as you go back, or before you go back, in your notebook, right below the dictation part we did, I want you to make a goal for today, and I want you to write this down right here. So this is your goal for your notebook while you're in your seats. To write long about my characters' under the surface motivations.
Is that our goal as well?
Yeah, but this one is specific to what you're writing in your notebook today.
Well, but I still have to finish the story. I have like 2 pages left.
Yes.
Didn't you bring it home last night? Okay, so once you have that in your notebook, head back to your desk. Please separate as much as you can. Make good choices about where you're sitting.
Hey, Daniel, hi. Hey, I know it's been a while.